We welcome you to this big matchup here in the NFC as it is week 3 of the Retro Bowl League. The Los Angeles Rams taking on the Atlanta Falcons. The Rams are 1-1. The Falcons are 2-0. So this is a big game here in week number 3. All right, and we are ready for the kickoff. The Falcons will get the ball first at their own 35-yard line. First down for the Atlanta Falcons. They're going to go deep on the very first play. It is complete and a 15-yard gain for the first down. Yeah, I kind of like when teams start off aggressive. It just shows that they have lots of confidence. And a nice run, picking up the first down and more inside the 30. And it is a foot race. And he will be brought down, but a 38-yard gain inside the 15. How about this start for the Atlanta Falcons? Well, they had a nice play on the passing game, and how about this run? Just a simple run, but a nice run it was. And took a while for him to get caught down. It felt like the Rams defenders could have caught him a little bit quicker, but at least they got him before the end zone. And a sack by the Rams defense. 2nd and 16. Atlanta. And has to, incomplete. That could have been bad. Yeah, it looked like that was a throwaway, but that was a terrible throwaway. If you're going to throw it away, you got to make sure it gets out of bounds. 3rd and 16 for Atlanta. Here's the pass. It is incomplete. It hits the receiver in the helmet. And now they have to settle for a field goal. So Atlanta was moving so well down the field, but now have to settle for 3. It is up and it is good. So they do get the field goal, but obviously they were looking for a touchdown, and now the Rams will get a taste of the ball for the first time. First down for the Los Angeles Rams. Throw to the right side of the field and out of bounds for a 9-yard gain. It will now be 2nd and 1. Here's a run. Here's a first down. Now let's see if the Rams offense can get into some type of rhythm here. First down. And he's got his receiver picking up a first down inside the 40 to about the 36-yard line. Here is the run. And picking up 3 yards on that run up the middle. 2nd down and 7. They're going to bring pressure. He's going to throw it, and he's got him inside the 10. And still going, and finally brought down at the 2. 31 yards. Yeah, Atlanta, they did bring pressure, but quarterback able to get rid of that football, and he left the receiver wide open. And my goodness, 2 missed tackles. That was very close to a touchdown. Touchdown saving tackle there by the 3rd defender. 1st and goal. Here's the run. Here's a touchdown. And the Rams take the lead. How about the stiff arm right here? Boom. Stiff arms his way into the end zone for the touchdown, and a very good opening drive from the Rams offense. Here is the extra point attempt, and it goes right through the uprights. So it's now 7-3. Falcons with the ball back with 33 seconds to go of the first quarter. First down for the Falcons, and he is open. First down past the 45-yard line for Atlanta. First down, he waits. He will throw. Complete. First down for Atlanta. And there he goes. And a good tackle made after a bunch of broken tackles were made. Yeah. If that tackle wasn't made, he could have been gone. First down, the run to the right side. And that will take us to the end of the first quarter. The Rams lead 7-3. All right, we begin the second quarter with a 2nd and 7. For Atlanta, here's the throw, complete, and he will barely have enough for the first down at the 25-yard line. Atlanta trying to recapture the lead after they settled for a field goal to start the game. And a first down, he's running down the sideline out of bounds, and it's now 1st and goal for Atlanta. As he will wait, he will fire, and he's got him, touchdown, and the Falcons have the lead. They had lots of time in the pocket, good protection from the offensive line, and able to find a receiver down the field and able to get in for the touchdown. The extra point attempt is good. 10-7 now. Feels like a type of game that's just going to go back and forth. Should be a very good game. So now it's first down for the Rams. Here is the pass. It is complete. He gets a block. He gets a first down, picking up 14 yards for the Los Angeles Rams. First down. And he's going deep, but unable to connect with his receiver down the field, incomplete. So it's now 2nd and 10. And he's got time. Another deep ball down the field, but that pass is just way off the mark. It's now 3rd and 10. And he will throw, and he has a receiver down the field for a first down and a 23-yard gain to the 30-yard line. The last two throws weren't very accurate, but that one was. Kind of hard to miss him, though, because he was wide open. Not much there, about a pickup of a half a yard. 2nd and 9. Here's the throw. It is complete, and he is brought down short of the first down. It will be 3rd down and inches. Here is the run, and he has enough for the first down. Still lots of time for the Rams as they are driving down the field once again. First down. He waits, pressure, and he gets rid of it. That's a very good throwaway because he was definitely about to get sacked, and there was nobody open down the field. 2nd down. Here's the throw. It is complete. It will be enough for a first down inside the 5, and it's 1st and goal for the Rams. Yeah, good play right there. A good move by the receiver to set up 1st and goal. Here's the run. He is about a yard short. They're not going to call any timeouts, but I don't think they need to because they still have 27 seconds left. 2nd and goal. The run up the middle. Stop short as he gets stuffed in the backfield. Wow, good run defense by the Falcons. 3rd and goal at the 2. He waits, and he has to get rid of it. Incomplete. And they will kick the field goal. How about the Falcons defense in the red area, forcing them to a field goal? It is up and it's good, so the Rams are only able to tie the game at 10. I know some people out there probably would have gone for that, but respect the Rams' decision to tie the game. So first down for the Falcons, probably be the last play of the half. It is complete. It's a stiff arm. It's a first down. Broken tackles. Another broken tackle. And there he goes. He is being chased inside the 20. Being chased to the 10. This is the final play of the half. And he's brought down at the 3. Oh my goodness. How close was that? Rams almost allowed a killer touchdown to end the half, but luckily for the Rams, their defenders are able to catch up down the field. Too bad the Falcons didn't have another receiver down there to block some of the defenders. But oh my goodness, that was too close for comfort if you're a Rams fan. What a fun game this has been so far. The Rams 10, the Falcons 10 at the half. Right, so the Rams get the ball to start the second half. That's also another reason why I agree with the decision to kick the field goal instead of going for it, because you can tie the game and you can still take the lead here because you get the ball to start the second half for the Rams. So they start with the ball, first down. That pass is complete. First down for the Rams, and they pick up a 13 yards. So, first down. Here is the pass. It is complete. A good tackle made. No yards after the catch there. 2nd and 4. And he finds an open receiver. He makes the catch, picks up the first down. And he's brought down inside the 30 for a 17-yard gain. Rams trying to take the lead here on the opening drive of the second half. Here's the throw, and it's just a little bit overthrown as it went over the receiver's head. 2nd and 10. He waits. He's going to fire, and it is complete for a first down. That was a really good throw. If that pass was just a little bit overthrown, it could have easily been intercepted. First down. Here's a shot to the end zone, but he overthrew his receiver. Incomplete. 2nd and 10 for the Rams. He waits. He fires, and it is out of the hands. A little bit overthrown once again. 3rd and 10 for the Rams. He waits. He throws end zone, overthrown again for the third consecutive play. Wow. 3 overthrows in a row. That's tough to swallow for the Rams. So they have to kick a field goal. It is up and it is good. 13-10 now. The Falcons' red zone defense once again holds off the Rams, but I mean, there are some couple overthrows there and a nice run to open this drive. It will be a first down and a ton more past midfield to the 40-yard line and finally brought down near the 35 for a 29-yard run. Wow, I don't think anybody expected that. That looked like it was going to be like a gain of, 3 or 4 yards, but it ends up being much more than that. And, so as I was talking about earlier, you got a fellow teammate there to block a defender to create some extra yardage. First down for Atlanta. He is going to throw. It is complete. And it will be second down in inches now. He stopped short of the first down, but this time he will have enough for a first down, picking up 2 yards. It's been a back and forth game. Lots of lead changes. Falcons trying to create another one of those. First down. It is caught. He gets a block. It will be first down, and it's first and goal. How about the Falcons now driving down the field? Yeah, they're doing a pretty good job. First down. He will throw. End zone overthrown. Oh, now the Falcons quarterback is overthrowing guys. My goodness. Second and goal. Pressure's coming. Has to get rid of it. He does. And he throws a touchdown. 6 yards out. And that gives the Falcons the lead. Yeah, pressure's coming. He gets rid of it at the very last second. Jeez, I was so close to a sack. And in for the touchdown. Back and forth we go. Been a very fun game as the extra point is good. 17-13 now. And now the Rams are going to try to recapture the lead. 5 seconds to go of the third quarter. It will be first down for the Rams. Here is the throw. It is complete. It's first down. As he will be brought down near the 45-yard line. And in the third quarter, the Rams are trailing, but they have the ball. All right, we begin the fourth quarter. It's been close from start to finish. Let's see if the Rams can take the lead. Gets brought out of bounds at midfield. Second down and 4 for the Rams. Here's the throw. Complete for a first down. Picking up 12 yards inside the 40. Rams obviously still have a ton of time left, so time's not the issue, but they need to score a touchdown. Here's the throw. That's behind the receiver. And the Rams quarterback has had a few inaccurate passes in his half. Second down. Here's the throw, and it is incomplete. It hit off 2 receivers. It's now 3rd and 10 for the Rams. He waits. Here's the throw. It is complete. Will he have enough for a first down? No, he's going to be about a few inches short. You obviously have to go for it. 4th and inches. Here's the run. Easily enough for a first down. Picking up 4 yards. Inside the 25. We got 2 minutes to go. First down. For the Rams. He has a ton of time and he finds an open receiver. It's a first down and more. Inside the 10. Inside the 5. And he's out of bounds at the 2. Wow. Can't believe the Rams quarterback had that much time. First and goal. Here's the run. And he gets no gain, maybe about a half a yard. The Falcons' red zone defense has been pretty good, but let's see if they can stop them again. Second and goal. Here's the run. And he will take it in. Touchdown. And the Rams have the lead. Oh, looked like the Falcons were going to stop him on the backfield, but just a broken tackle. And he takes it to the house. Oh, that's unfortunate if you're the Falcons, but the Rams take the lead. Still a lot of time, though, for the Falcons to respond. Still a minute 24, as the extra point is good. It is 20-17, but the Falcons still have a ton of time, a minute 20 to go. Trying to keep their undefeated season alive. First down. Here's the throw. It is complete. First down. Picking up 13 yards. Falcons are about 20 yards away from gaining the field goal range, but they're looking for more than that. First down. Here is the throw, and it is complete, brought down for a 9-yard gain. Falcons might have to start calling some timeouts soon. 2nd and inches, the run, and he will have enough for a first down. Yeah, good they got a new set of downs, just to force a little bit less pressure on you. First down. He waits, he will fire, and it is complete for a first down. And they will call their first timeout inside the 30. So at this point, you are in field goal range for the Falcons. Just don't do anything stupid. Let's see what they do here. First down, pass down the field, he overthrew him. Wow. We've seen both quarterbacks overthrow receivers multiple times. 2nd down, here is the pass. It is overthrown again. Wow. But to be fair, that time, quarterback was under duress. 3rd down and 10. He waits, he's going to throw, and it is deflected and incomplete, forcing the Falcons to a field goal. It's from 40 yards out. This is to tie the game, to force overtime. The kick is up, and it is good with 1 second to go. Wow. Big kick from the Falcons kicker. How about the kickers, though? Not a single missed kick in this game. Both kickers have been spectacular. And it looks like this game's going to overtime. And it is, because the kickoff will run out the clock. We are heading to overtime between the Rams and the Falcons. What a game this has been. A very well-played game. Not a single turnover, not a single missed kick. And it's all tied up at 20. Heading to overtime. My quick reminder on the overtime rules. We are playing with regular season overtime rules. So this game can end in a tie if we are so tied after 3 minutes. Whoever gets the ball first, if they score a touchdown, they will win the game. If they allow a defensive touchdown, the defense will win the game. If the team who gets the ball first kicks a field goal, then the defense will have a chance to respond to that. And then after that, it's pretty much next score wins. Who will get the ball first to start overtime? It's very crucial. Because obviously, if you get the ball started overtime, you have a huge advantage. Especially in the regular season. With the regular season overtime rules, the Rams will get the ball to start overtime at their own 32-yard line. First down for the Los Angeles Rams. He is going to throw. It is caught in tight traffic. First down, picking up 16 yards. That was pretty good coverage from the Falcons, but an even better throw. First down for the Rams. The run, a stiff arm, 2-yard gain at around midfield. 2nd down and 8. He waits. He's going to throw, and it is complete for a first down and a stiff arm running down the sideline inside the 30. Still going. No, he's out of bounds. Oh, wow. He broke the tackle, but unfortunately unable to stay on bounds. But the Rams are in good position right here. Losing a yard on that play. It's now 2nd and 11. Pressure is coming. Has to get rid of it, and he does, but it is off the mark. 3rd and 11 at the 25-yard line. They're bringing pressure again. Here's the pass. It is caught, and he has enough for a first down. Big play from the Los Angeles Rams. First down. He will wait. He will throw. It is incomplete. It hit the receiver. It looked like in the chest. Yeah, that should have been caught. Receiver's got to make that catch. 2nd down, the pass is complete, and he will score! Touchdown! The Rams win it in overtime! How about the Rams just driving immediately down the field, taking it to the house? What a stiff arm that was. And the Rams take it in overtime. What a fun game this was. So the Rams defeat the Falcons in exciting fashion. Take a look at the score by quarter. The overtime score is not listed on here, but, each team, what's interesting, there are a lot of field goals in this game. Both red zone defenses were pretty good, but the Rams able to prevail in overtime. And the Falcons, fortunately, they never got to touch the ball in overtime, so that's how it goes sometimes. But, the Falcons, it's their first loss of the season. I still think they're in pretty good position to make the playoffs, and for the Rams, this was a huge victory. So both these teams are now 2-1 in the Retro Bowl lead. Your final score: the Rams win in overtime, 26-20.